Check
Mic check.
Check it. Uno, dos, tres.
Check, check, mic.
Check it. Uno, dos.
Check it, the mic.
1, 2. Check. Check, check.
Frappuccino. Where's my frappuccino? All right, let's do this.
When I pretend everything is what I want it to be, I look exactly like what you had always wanted to see. When I pretend I can forget about the criminal I am, stealing second after second just cause I know I can. But I can't pretend this is the way it'll stay. I'm just I can't pretend I'm who you want me to be, so I'm if you're feeling like a pimp, gone, brush your shoulders off.
Hello, Romo Sapiens. Welcome in to the Rome Squared podcast. I am Andrew Romanella. I got Rocky Romanella with me.
Rome squared.
And of course in the studio with us is Jen Estacosta.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's up?
Estacosta. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing great, actually.
I'm good. I'm happy here. I'm glad we're back in our home studio.
So am I.
I really missed it.
Yes, so did we. We really did.
Listen, folks. Coach Romo24 on the Twitter and the gram. Coach Rocky917 on the Twitter and the gram. Get us on the social media. We talked about it last week.
Yep.
We got some interesting stuff back.
Awesome.
Maybe we'll give it to you in the show. Maybe we won't. Obviously, we're a part of the Wide World of Rome, the Dab Podcast Network. Go to dabpodcast.com, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you can get the Rome Squared podcast. Just go type in Dab Podcast. It's right underneath that network. And of course, last but not least, another episode of The Rome Show coming up this Monday.
Yes.
1 to 2 p.m. HamiltonRadio.net, the Hamilton Radio app, Facebook Live / Andrew Romanella. Any way you can get it. Special guest Dana Cavalier, former strength and conditioning coach for the New York Yankees, has a World Series in 2009 with the New York Yankees. Also a published author.
High profile.
Tune in, HamiltonRadio.net, The Rome Show. So there's my shameless plug to start the day.
That was, I feel like it's just a bunch of accolades and awards.
It's for him, not me.
Well,
They can listen to him talk about how he got
you
those accolades and awards.
You have yourself an incredible stat line.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I mean, you're the host of 3 shows.
Host of 3 shows.
It's really impressive.
Yeah. Hopefully one day I can be the host of one really, really, really good show on Sirius Satellite Radio.
Ooh.
But
I'll be managing the network that it's on.
That's facts. So that one day when we do the What's Gone On portion of our program, we can say, well, what's gone on is you can get us on Sirius Channel 86.
That'd be sweet.
That would be sweet.
I think it's going to happen one
That
day.
probably didn't happen last week, though.
So what has gone on this week?
So, for me, not a lot of much outside the baseball world.
Okay.
Since I last saw you, I recruited my tail off at Rutgers University in Coney Island, New York, and at Fordham University in the Bronx.
Outstanding. The tri-state area.
12 kids on campus from Monday to Wednesday, including a kid from California, which was super cool.
Wait, so you had 12 visits to your school?
Yeah, so it was really technically 3 visits. So what I've started to do with certain travel organizations where I like multiple players is I bring a group of players in. I talk to them and their parents. I bring them on a tour. We do about a 2-hour spiel. I bring them upstairs, give them admissions information, preview what's about to happen, what the program's like, take them on the tour, sit them back up in that room, answer questions, close the tour, walk them out off campus, right? Then give them the opportunity to come back for a football game, to meet Coach Quinn when he gets back from the Cape.
No, that's good.
And do all the cool stuff.
Mass production.
There you go. So now you can get 6 kids on campus at one time.
No, I love it.
It's caused my voice, which sounds a little bit better today on the Rome Squared podcast, to
Yeah, it
go
does.
a little bit, because there's a lot of talking involved in that.
Yeah, there is a lot of talk.
There is.
I mean, you're straight presentation mode for anywhere between 2 to 4 hours.
100%. And if they're not willing to ask questions, then you're like, ooh, I'm just filling space. You remember from the gunnery when you were a tour guide?
I do.
You find a spot and you're like, this is a great opportunity for them to ask a question, and then they don't, and you're like, all right, let's move on to the next building.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you had the route though, so I mean, you always have what you're gonna say next, which is nice. Like it's always important to know where you're gonna go. So, for example, every time I came down the stairs in the dining room, I knew I was gonna say, right. So over here is where the school store is,
100%.
and this is where all your lockers are. So you get all your mail here.
Yep.
School store is great. Get anything you need. Like Mrs. Duty's awesome. Like she'll take care of you. Actually, Mom and Dad, you can put money here.
Yep.
And then Johnny can come take it out and go to the Po and get a sandwich.
Or buy the clothes that are hanging on this wall right here.
Yeah. I
and
mean,
these are our ties, freshman tie.
Yeah.
100%.
Either way, you have what you're going to say,
Yes.
which is nice. So you always know where you're going next. So I guess the good thing about giving the physical tour is that like you never find yourself too dead air.
Yes, and what's cool about the group tour is as the people get more comfortable on the tour, then they start like communicating with each other. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, it's not just Coach Romo talking the whole time. They're engaging each other. It's almost like, oh, this is what it'd be like to be parents with you at this university with this coach. And it's kind of more fun. And no, I love the individual. Like we have a top recruit. Okay, you're getting the works. You're getting the individual tour. We're going to go ahead and we're going to give it to you. And like, that's what players don't understand. And this is what I tell them all the time during the recruiting process. You need to feel a little loved. Like, it's okay if coaches tell you they're not going to guarantee you anything, guarantee you playing time, guarantee you roster spots. That's given. That's competition, right? You know that. But you have to feel a certain amount of love. So when you're going through the recruiting process, if you feel like you're just another guy on campus, you're probably not going to feel apt to want to choose that school because you don't feel the love. So that's what it's all about. So if you're going to bring kids on campus, it's like, all right, well, let's make them love this place because why else would I bring them here?
No, exactly. And even if they're not the people that you want, they're going to go talk to their friends.
Exactly.
And they're going to talk to people that want you, and they're going to talk to everyone else. And you want to make sure you have a really, really good reputation.
And go home and be like, hey, you might not have a place to play, but this dude over here at FDU, they got a great thing going on and it fits your bill.
Yeah, no, it's really an important piece that I think people forget, that if you decide to be generic, you don't give it your all, you're not really painting a vision, then all you're doing is you're putting on a show, and people can see through that.
100%. And, you know, this podcast realm is a lot of fun. The radio show realm is a lot of fun. But it is enjoyable for me to get 6 or 7 straight days of just my baseball coaching mindset. And it's crazy when you realize when you're just locked in to that one specific task, how well you can dominate.
No, you can do anything you want.
It's unbelievable.
I know. They interviewed Marcus Stroman the other night.
Did they? And he talked about that?
He's like, yeah, when I get on the mound, I go to a dark place. He goes,
yeah, because he's a competitor.
Yeah, he's like, that's what he said. I mean, it was funny to hear, and like, you know, it wasn't negative though. Like he was just like, hey, like I get into a zone, nothing else matters.
Right, 100%.
It's nice.
So it was fun. It was good, and it was really, really positive for the program. And now I have the opportunity to go speak about recruiting in front of about 200, 250 parents in Delaware. Next week, there's about a showcase with 250 kids, 90 plus college baseball coaches, and I'm one of 10 that's going to be speaking about the D3 recruiting process.
Nice.
So I'm super stoked about that, and I'm amped that kind of this last week and a half has led to that opportunity.
That's really cool, man. So great. That's a great week for you.
It's a great week for me, but it's not all about me because it's the Rome Squared podcast.
Squared.
So what about you?
So this past week we were at
Rome Squared.
Nice. That wasn't me. That was not Rocky. That was Andrew. Just so everyone knows, mine came early on, subtly. It was my intro. I think the Rome Squared is hilarious.
I do. I as well. When you don't yell it.
Yeah, but when you had fun whispering.
Yeah,
just
whispering
now.
It's more fun.
Nah, that was cool.
I agree.
So on Sunday I was at the beach. We were in LBI with the family, and it was good. And we got to the beach, and I didn't get a chance to work out in the morning, and I really wanted to. And then the waves were really good when we got to the beach. And it's been a solid, probably 2 summers since I tried to get onto a surfboard.
Sure.
And
we have 7 of them.
I know, we have a lot. And I decided to do it. And so I went in, and I wanted to catch 10 waves. And it turned out to be the best surfing experience that I've ever had. I know.
Yeah, the people are excited for it.
Yeah, they should be.
That's exciting.
I'm feeling really good physically. and I think I rode 8. I caught and stood up on 8 out of 10 waves.
Wow.
I know. I told that to someone at work. He's like,
"Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's exciting." Wow.
"No, it's cool."
I know.
I told someone at
People
work.
don't realize how hard that actually is.
I told someone at work who surfs, and I go, "Yeah, dude, I caught like 8 to 10 waves. I was pumped." He's like, "You would know the stats."
Yeah, but you know what though? That probably speaking about that dark place, that competitive mindset.
Yeah.
That was your competitive mindset. I'm gonna go out and dominate 10 of these waves, and I'm not gonna go inside until I dominate 10 of them.
No, it was good.
And therefore, you really crushed 8 of them, but you got 10.
So I said I came out of the water. I was like, oh, maybe I should wait another 2 years before I go surfing again.
I mean, it sounds like it turned out really well for you.
It did. It did. You should go surfing with me.
I've been talking about it.
I know. You're the one. I think you inspired this.
I know. I've been talking about it. So then I think next weekend I actually might be off. Maybe,
like next weekend.
Maybe we'll go down and we'll get a little surfing in.
We're going to be in Tennessee.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, sorry.
Visiting the family, though, that's okay.
Yeah, no.
We got to go see the Murillos.
That's right.
All right, so let me ask you this now, okay? So
happy birthday, Alba, by the way.
Today?
No, next week.
Oh, that's exciting.
We're going to surprise her unless she listens.
Feliz cumpleaños a ti.
Check it.
Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a Alba.
Nice.
Feliz cumpleaños a ti.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we missed a clap. Oh,
Yeah, there it is. That's exciting.
That is.
It's like one of my top 5 favorite people on the planet.
Yeah, no, she's the greatest.
Honestly, 3 of my top 5 favorite people might come from the Murillos clan.
Well, yeah, because Jonathan's in there,
yeah. That's so funny. So while you're traveling to Tennessee,
yes,
is there something that you're going to be listening to, reading, watching that you're going to recommend to the people, or are we going maybe outside that realm?
So actually, no, and only because I'll be traveling with Sophia, so I'll be single dad status on the plane.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is definitely something that I've never tried before.
Are you ready for that task?
No, I'm definitely ready for
Okay.
it. So I probably won't do much reading.
You're not recommending that to the people, though.
I will.
right?
No, definitely not. But I'll bring the books that I told you about a couple weeks ago with me, and I'll read it, down there. But I'll actually be focusing on treating people kindly, so that when they see me struggling, or if there's anything going on, I'll be inclined to get some help.
Wow. I like
But I
that.
think but seriously,
And we need more of that going on.
Yeah, so it's more about be kind to the people that you work with. So and obviously it's like this is pretty easy advice, but I think there's a couple scenarios that have come up. So one, like at work, like we have implementation team. Like after we sell a deal, like they're the people that get it started. Like you have to treat those people nicely because they're the ones that support you. And obviously there's going to be mistakes, but if you're not nice, then you can't ask them for a favor.
Right.
Right. Same with, I don't know, you work on a college campus, right?
Right.
So your kids, they go to lunch every day. Like, are you saying thank you to the people that serve you food? Like, did you get to know Joan behind the counter who serves you a sandwich every day?
We talk to our guys about that all the time. The first thing you should do when you walk into a class, first class of the semester. Hi, Professor Smith. My name is Andrew. I'm a freshman here. I'm on the baseball team. Super excited to take your class. Look forward to the semester. It could be a lie, and you might be faking it a little bit, but that'll go such a long way. And then if every day you walk into class, you simply just say, hey, Prof, how you doing today? They'll appreciate that so much that when you miss a game in the spring because of a rain date, that guy's going to be like, hey, you know what? You're good. I'll move this assignment for you because you've shown me respect all year.
Yeah, and you showed up to every class.
100%. And participated.
Yeah.
Sat in the first 2 rows and actually cared about what he was doing.
So I guess it's less like be kind. Well, it is be kind, but it's more like do your part. Do your part in a relationship. Do your part like with people. Right, because that's how you can coexist and work together like in a team setting.
100%. I like that.
So so that's my recommendation.
Pay it forward.
This week. That's right, and I think it plays into
Everyone's got to pay it forward.
Yeah, no doubt, and I think it plays into what you were talking about earlier, which was when you give your tours on campus of the people, like give them your best.
Yes.
Right, be kind, like give them your all, like show them that you care, and that you take that much pride in your school to show it off.
100%. And so they leave and they want to graduate and come back.
Yeah, no doubt.
100%.
So what are you recommending this week?
So because of all this recruiting I've been doing
Yes.
and speaking with so many potential student athletes from the ages of 14, which is crazy to say out loud, to the ages of 17 and 18.
It's young, right?
Very young.
Yeah.
It's just starting so much younger now because of the Division I schools. But I've realized that not a lot of these kids know how to give a firm handshake and are not comfortable looking you in the eyes.
Handshake competition.
Right. And I used to remember when we were at Pro Ambition Hockey Camp.
Yep.
And you used to run the handshake comp where you would just go through and shake hands, right?
The
You would shake
handshake
hands with
competition is a Pro Ambition staple.
you would shake hands with the camp counselor, correct?
That's right.
And then he would eliminate you or keep you going.
Yes.
And then you would go until whoever gave the best handshake.
Based on firmness and eye contact.
And I can't tell you, people, Romo Sapiens, whoever's listening, how important a good handshake and eye contact is.
So important.
And I tell kids all the time when they have coaches do these recruiting spiels at the end, one thing I look for as a coach is when I'm talking to a group of players, are you looking me in the eye or are you picking grass? Are you looking up at the clouds and not paying attention? Because if you're not paying attention to me now, when I'm potentially recruiting you, what are you going to do when you're already in my program? That's a red flag. So if you're a kid out there, here's a good way to practice it, okay? Or even if you're an adult that's not good at it. First, for the eye contact, go in the mirror and try and stare yourself in the eye for a good 15 seconds.
I've got a funny story about that down
Good.
the road.
Because it's probably the hardest thing you're ever going to do. There's also a lot of self-reflection in that moment. But go stare yourself in the eye for 15 seconds. When you can get comfortable doing that, it's super easy to stare anybody else in the face. That's facts. Secondly, okay, when you go for a good, firm handshake, you know, Chris Baudo used to teach us this. It's not just kind of put your hand out there. Kind of go attack the hand a little bit.
He would always talk about attacking the hand.
Right in there and try and get that
That's really funny.
U shape of your thumb into the U shape of their thumb. And then a nice firm grip. You know? Just work on that. And it's crazy, but it's not. Because it could get you a job one day.
No, it's true.
Eye contact.
No doubt.
And a firm handshake. That's my recommendation for the week.
I love it. I absolutely love it. We talk to our people all about having incredible eye contact on appointments. People need to know that you're serious. People need to know that you're not BSing them. Like, look at them in the eye, right? Your eye contact needs to be stronger than the person across from you.
100%.
And then from a handshake standpoint, my pro tip on that one is if you miss, ask for a do-over.
Ask for another. Yes.
So Pro Ambitions camp again, like when the kids were allowed to ask for a do-over if they felt they missed or like messed up.
Okay.
And I have taken that to the real world, and it is the best thing I've ever done.
It's a great icebreaker,
because
too.
no doubt. And sometimes, you know what, you just miss.
Yeah, it happens.
Like it's an awkward,
Yeah.
it's whatever, but
it
like
happened.
you don't want to give a dead fish, but for whatever reason, he literally just grabbed two of your fingers.
Right. It happened. We're
So
moving
like,
past it.
and then like sometimes like someone's like, oh, okay, crap, it's a handshake. You just have to move on. Like, don't let people know. You know, I'm always like, hey man, let me go again at that.
Yeah.
And then I tell why, and then it's always like a great like, okay, everyone's calm, like we're good to go.
Absolutely.
So ask for a do-over if you miss.
Yeah, and you know, I'm a firm believer in the breaking the comfort barrier with the touch. So I love to get a good firm handshake in there. Now, what's going on, Coach? How you doing, man?
Well,
right on the shoulder.
That's
Boom,
pretty
boom.
aggressive.
Only with the guys that I know are comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it just adds a dimension.
You're gonna sitcom 24/7.
Well, you know, I haven't been turned away by that handshake approach to this day.
I'm not saying just because it's funny, it's not effective.
Twitter and the gram, I would love to see some people practicing their handshakes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
At Coach Romo 24, at Coach Rocky 917, at Dad Podcast. Honestly, it's so easy to get at us. Show
Yeah.
me your handshakes.
Show it to us. Are you a dapper? Do you explode your bombs?
Do you go in for a second if you mess up the first time? So many
Explode your bombs.
So many different options. All right, let's get to urban poetry.
Oh, that's next.
Urban poetry is next.
I'm really excited for
Are
it
you?
this week. Yeah.
I know you texted me way earlier saying that you already had a beat prepared.
I do. I have a great beat for you.
Okay.
It's really exciting. Do you want to
All
hear
right, I would love to hear it.
it? All right, here it goes. Luda.
Yeah, Fast and Furious. Okay, so about like 10 seconds you want me to get in it.
Yeah, there it is. All right.
All right.
That's your 20 seconds.
I like it.
Are you ready to go? Did you practice?
I think I'm ready to go.
Well, I gotta find the right spot.
Well, that's good.
This is tough.
What are you giving me, like 10 seconds on the intro?
Yeah, I think 10 seconds is good. All right, I found
feel
the
better.
spot. I found the spot.
I feel ready.
We got Blanco, Studio, Rome Squared, 4th album, take 1.
Lil Blanco. You plus me, it equal better math. Spitting them bars, my words is the path. This the education, straight off the dome. Some might call that straight off the Rome. A+ graduate, summa cum laude. Get me off the bench, I'm Julie Falle. World Cup flow, kicking that ball. Peyton at the line, Omaha's the call. Jen, Rocky, it's Esther Costa. Everybody know they love me the most. Okay, this over, let's end it now. I hope you wrote that down, cause I showed you how. Oh!
That was the best one ever.
Ooh!
High five. Oh my gosh, I can't even yell oh because I'm just in shock.
Let's go!
I want to throw my hat against the wall, raise like my shirt above my head like a helicopter. That's how excited I am.
I'm excited because
Yeah.
oh,
That was really, really good.
I
Really
feel
good.
like practice is finally paying off.
No doubt.
And
That might be a 10. That might be a 10.
really,
I mean, at base, I mean, it's definitely the best one you've done.
it 100% is.
Yeah.
And can I tell you what the difference is? And Jen said this. Esther Costa said this. She said, write it down. So this time, when you were playing the beats prior, and I was trying to think of words, as I liked different rhymes, I just wrote that word down
That's genius.
so that if I needed to, I felt comfortable just looking down and trying to reference.
No, I like it.
And Esther Costa's huge factor in that. And look, I went down.
Great support
and
system.
I wrote them all in. And look, even one of them said Rocky, and I'm pumped because whatever I thought before was not what I said.
No.
So I'm super amped. I promise you that. So, Esther Costa.
I would retweet that.
Yeah, there it is. Oh,
retweetable.
that's right. Yeah, no,
That's
yeah,
right.
no, we
changed
remember.
the rules. That's right.
Yeah,
We
no,
changed
we
the rules
remember.
to
Retweeted.
retweetable. That's right. Yeah,
Exciting.
that's exciting.
Nice job.
That's
I
exciting.
can't even
was
hear
really
that.
Oh, there's the
The
crowd.
fans are dead.
They're-
Oh, they're alive.
There they are.
They should have been way more alive for that one being the best one.
That was
Okay.
I think that was the best one.
All right.
That was really impressive.
All right. I'm
I'm still pretty excited about it.
I'm on cloud 9. I'm pumped, but I'm super amped for the poetry portion of urban poetry.
I can't tell you how excited I am to share this poem with you.
Urban poetry
I have a title.
from, he's about to tell us his title. Rocky Romanella. Rome Square.
This poem is titled Romo Sapien.
Great.
And I'm gonna take you on a tale of as old as time.
No one beats.
Okay. There once was a time. I traveled the world like a busy bee, and it was the most beautiful sight the eye could see. I wondered and searched for a mythical beast, a creature that dined at the grandest feasts. The world was vast, 'twas a sight to behold. I explored every inch, both pretty and cold. Where do you live? Where do you stay? Hieroglyphs or English? What words do you say? The desert was vast, so big and so hot. Jungles I came, but there you were not.
Wow.
High and low I searched. Do I even believe? Exhausted and tired, I took a knee. Then, there it was, along the shores, with sand, the waves, and the traveling tours. I ran and I ran to say hello. A Romo Sapien, I exclaimed. I know. I approached this thing, and to my surprise, I could see myself deep in its eyes. A thing I think not, for there was me, the most beautiful sight the eye could see.
That was so good. We need to send that somewhere. Someone else needs to hear that. Someone please listen to this and send that to a
It
publication.
should be a children's book.
I
Wow.
went in.
So before the show, you told me that the poem that you had prepared for today, you wanted to send to Mr. Martin.
Yes.
That is Mr. Martin Sendword.
No doubt, right?
Jen,
Retweet it.
retweet it. Estacosta.
Yeah.
retweet.
All right.
If you follow at Jen Estacosta on... No, I'm kidding.
No.
I wish. We should make it that, though.
Yeah, there you go. Second Instagram.
That is
handle.
great. What inspired that?
Romo sapiens.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just it just everyone is, as long as you want to be, you can be.
You can be a Homo
sapien.
sapien.
That's right.
You see it in the eyes.
No doubt.
When you look in the mirror for 15
That's right.
seconds.
Yeah. Not only that, but I think it's a story about life.
It really is. It really touches the soul. To date,
that was a Rome squared best effort in urban poetry.
there you go.
No doubt.
100%.
Two
To
people dominated.
Dominated.
Yeah, because yours was the best.
It might be one of those situations where it's like we end the show and just listen to that segment again right away.
Quite frankly, I don't know if we should talk about anything
Yeah,
else.
honestly, yeah. So it was really nice talking to you guys. This is Rome Squared. We're out. Honestly, though, but we're gonna be the Bill Belichick of this podcast game. Just keep going.
Yeah, great.
Just keep being great at it.
Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna win 5, 6, 7. I mean, we're not talking a 3-peat, a 4-peat, or even a 5-peat. We're talking minimum 8-peat, Pep.
Ditka versus a hurricane. Ditka. What if the hurricane's name was Hurricane Ditka?
Ah,
Ditka.
nice. Bears.
Oh, a classic.
That is a
A
classic.
classic. Chris Farley, a man that we lost way too early.
Yeah, that's it.
Think about how many more funny movies we would have had if he was still alive.
Yeah, you would have had another Beverly Hills Ninja.
Oh,
a
God.
great bad movie.
Great bad movie. Speaking of great bad movies,
Talk to me.
before we get off of this Rome Squared
Yes.
podcast, okay, I had to ask because I saw Toy Story 4 the other night.
Was it good?
I don't know.
Did you laugh?
I did. I liked parts of it. Before, when I was talking to Jean Marie about it, I told her I hated it. But then I thought about it a little bit more, and I started to like it a little bit more. At the end of the day, it posed two questions. The first one is it really about Toy Story,
No.
the plot, and what's gone on, or is it simply just about Woody? Should it really just be called Woody's Adventure?
I just don't get it. The kid's in college. Like,
First,
he's not playing with toys.
But they're finding other people to play with. That's besides the point. But the second question was, do I really like all of these remake movies?
No.
Because all they're doing right now in Hollywood is remaking movies.
This is zero about creativity and all about making money. If
Yes.
there was a story that made a lot of money one day, we're just gonna do it again,
Yes.
and we're just gonna keep doing it.
The Lion
'cause-
King.
Well, no, that's different
Why?
because it's Disney and it's the Lion King.
But so you're saying Disney movies are in a different category?
The princess movies,
Estacosta said they're exempt.
the princess movies will be remade till the end of time
But I disagree. Why?
because it's marketing.
Just so this generation of people can start liking those movies again.
Listen, we came up and the Lion King was animated.
Sure.
Our kids come up and the Lion King is real life. It's a story that can be recreated,
Sure.
right? It's a great story,
Sure.
right? But you get to show off the effects of technology and the
The growth of our generation.
that's right.
Technologically.
And you get to tell a great story that, by the way, even as an adult, you enjoy.
the way
Disney's different. Disney gets a pass because they're the best.
So the way I understand it from you two, if it's a remake and it's a Disney movie, you're okay with it.
Yes.
But if it's a remake and
Just
it's
not
like,
the Mighty Ducks.
or it's like, okay, that's fair, but they did 3 of them,
Yeah, but my point is like if they made a Mighty Ducks now,
right? Now you wouldn't like it.
like Toy Story came out like 15 years ago.
But then Toy Story 3 came out like 5 years ago.
Yeah, again, I know. It's just I disagree with Toy Story 3.
I just think it's...
I disagree with Toy Story 2.
well, we've talked sequels before. But, like, you don't like it if it's like a Spider-Man.
Well, Spider-Man doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. All right, like we're done.
What do
Like
you mean?
how many more Spider-Men are we gonna have?
It's true.
There's 3 since I've been in like high school.
Do you feel the same way about Batman?
Yes.
All those Superman, Marvels.
I'm more interested in the Avengers series than I am Batman and Superman.
I mean, this is
or
your
Batman and
opportunity.
Spider-Man.
This is your opportunity to broadcast your critique of movies.
I've got a lot of critiques.
100%. And the remakes, I feel like, are a category where
I just give me some creativity. Like I don't need more
That's
than
my point.
I don't need more than one Taken.
yes.
Right?
I
Like
agree.
I'm at the point where like, do I need to go see Hobbs and
Same
Shaw?
thing with National Treasurer.
Yeah, I know. You're right. I mean, but do I need to go see Hobbs and Shaw with Dwayne The Rock and Jason Statham? No. It's a Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, what is this?
No.
I agree.
No.
But they're using the name and they're making money off of it. But I also feel like
People like blockbusters.
there are no original movies being made right now.
No, and if it's original, it's sad as it's just sad.
Yeah.
It's miserable.
Shit
it's about
was the word you were looking for.
You're
there.
right. It's a sad story. Someone always dies. It's like the worst thing in the world. It's got serious music.
Right.
And like you're always crying. And
Sure.
you're like, can I get original content that's not sad?
Yes, I agree. Like Remember the Titans.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess. Remember
Okay.
the Titans is a good movie.
Can you
It's a
give me an
classic.
example?
I mean,
Because we're talking like a movie that you go to, it's original, and you go home happy.
Top Gun.
But you're not happy about the remake, the Top Gun Maverick.
Up until the trailer came out, which, by the way, I'm actually kind of excited
Okay.
for.
I just feel like it's
Well,
gonna
I'm
be too
excited.
fake.
Well, I don't know if I'm excited, disappointed, nervous. Either
Does
way,
this go in the remake category or no?
up until Top Gun
Is
got
this
a
a sequel?
sequel. Yes,
Okay.
it's Top Gun 2,
But it's not-
Maverick.
oh, it's called 2?
No, it's called Top
Gun
Gun
Maverick.
Yeah, it's different. Either way, right? Until that came out, that is my perfect example.
Okay.
Or even anything 80s Tom Cruise related.
That's fair. Mission Impossible 1, right?
Well, Mission Impossible 1 was good.
Great,
But,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know. This is a tough.
It is.
We might have to table this and bring some fan interest in.
I agree because
And you got to get me specific on a couple movies because I'm just kind of like all over the place now.
I agree. If you have a movie that you feel like you understand we're trying to explain here, an original movie.
Original.
Like
I think Grandma's Boy is an original.
yes. So would be Happy Gilmore.
Yes.
Those types of movies.
Yeah,
We're
because-
missing those movies
But those are
right now.
and those are comedies.
Yes, but you know why? Because there's no one like the Seth Rogens, the Adam Sandlers. Those guys, Jason Sudeikis, they're not making movies right now. None of the guys
That's not
that are
true.
like,
Adam Sandler's making a movie once a year. He signed a 4-year deal with Netflix. Just finished it.
yeah, but I'm
He's
talking about
literally made a movie every year for the last 4 years.
all right, but
And he's doing a stand-up
how
comedy
how
tour right
often
now.
are people talking about? Like I'm saying, like when Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison and those movies were coming out, we haven't seen a period like that.
No, I
Since
would argue. I would argue that the.
Will Ferrell's and the
I would
Wedding
argue
Crashers?
that Old School
Okay.
was the beginning, and then you had Wedding Crashers, Super Bad, and
Okay.
Pineapple Express, and like that round.
Okay, you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But
No,
since
that was
then,
a good round.
That was probably till like 2010, 2011.
I think
Right?
Old School it is my favorite funny movie of all time is Old School.
Okay.
I love that movie.
I couldn't give you that answer right now. I'd have to think about it. That's a great category, though.
Funny movies.
Favorite funny movie of
Yes.
all time. Maybe we just make the back end of this podcast always the movie debate.
Absolutely.
100%.
I'm all in on that.
Get us on Twitter. Get us on the gram. Coach Romo24, Coach Rocky917, dabpodcast.com, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you will find this podcast. It's super simple. It's super easy. If you want to get on the show, anchor.fm, the Dab Podcast. Leave us a 1-minute voicemail. Guys, anything you got for the people before we get out of here?
Have yourselves a great week, peeps.
Jen Estacosta?
Love you guys.
Don't forget, do not forget the Rome Show, Monday, 1 to 2 p.m. HamiltonRadio.net, the Hamilton Radio app, Facebook.com/Andrew Romanella. We love you, Romo Sapiens, Andrew Romanella, Rocky Romanella, Jen Esther Costa, the Rome Squared Podcast, our podcast network, Wide World of Rome. Peace.
No. Me gusta así, me gusta así, me gusta así, me gusta así.